And then there were four. The Bengals and Chiefs will battle it out at Arrowhead for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56. For Cincy, they entered the season with 150-1 odds to win it all, with a projected win total of just 6.5 games. But it's been all about defying the odds all season long for the Bengals. Joe Burrow made a miraculous recovery from that torn ACL and looks like he'll be one of the faces of the franchise and the league for the next decade or more. His stellar play led Cincy to their first AFC North title since the 2015 season. And after closing out 2 games late to start the playoffs, the Bengals now find themselves on the doorstep of reaching their first Super Bowl in 33 years. But internally, this is something they expected all along.
I'm tired of the underdog narrative, and we're a really, really good team. We're here to make noise.
On the other side, it looked like the Chiefs' season was on life support against the Bills in the divisional round, down 3 with just 13 seconds to go. But 2 people that never lost faith, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
And when it's grim, be the Grim Reaper and go get it. So he did that.
After pulling off the win in overtime in an instant playoff classic, the Chiefs are now 1 win away from reaching their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl. Will Mahomes have another magical performance in front of one of the most raucous crowds in the NFL? Or can Joey Franchise keep transforming a franchise that is still searching for its first Lombardi? We're going to find out Sunday on CBS.
Jeremy, St. Louis getting us locked and loaded there. We're down to 4. Championship weekend on Sunday, starting there with the Bengals, of course, and Joe Burrow, who's been taking over the league against Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs. They've been in this position before, their 4th appearance in this game. That one going off on CBS at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then in the NFC, the Niners and Rams, they know each other pretty well in the NFC West there. Interesting to see how this one pans out between the two. That could be a little smash mouth between some familiar foes there on Sunday at 6:30 Eastern. All right, Brandon Baylor here alongside the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis, and it's an interesting weekend because we like to call this maybe a pressure situation because it's not just getting to the Super Bowl, but getting in this game. You've been in this point before in your career. How much pressure is it on these players at this point?
Yeah, I think if you have a young team, right, if you think about the Cincinnati Bengals, they're young, right? Joe Burrow is in 2nd year, Jamar Chase and those guys. But you have a couple of veterans on there who haven't kind of touched the playoff side of things yet. So I think it may be kind of lopsided for them. But when you talk about the other side, right, when you talk about the 49ers, that's a rich tradition of being in the playoffs. When you talk about the Rams, I think they're excited to be in the playoffs. So I think everybody takes it differently. I think you deal with it differently. For me, pressure was if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're trying to get done, then it's simple walking in the playoffs.
So Joe Burrow, he saw a lot of pressure this past weekend against the Titans, sacked 9 times in that game. You would have thought the Titans would have come out with the win, but no, Smoke and Joe showed us I can get this done.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.